Good morning. Welcome, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. I'm here to talk to you about business and Etsy and teaching and all the good things, all the crafting and stuff like that. And so today I want to welcome you and talk about my top 3 tips to help you getting started if you are wanting to start your own business. So many of you may not even really know or realize that I actually have 2 businesses. One is I'm an online teacher, and the other is I have a small clothing design, custom shirts store on Etsy. So I have an Etsy shop, right? So I'm an online teacher, and I have an Etsy shop. And I've actually had my Etsy shop since 2017. I started my first shop, and it was kind of just a hobby at first, and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with it, but I just love to be crafty and make things with my hands. And so I started an Etsy shop, and so I continually do that right now. But I also am an online teacher. And so I wanted to be able to work from home and have my own business and not have to rely on somebody else's schedule and be my own boss. And so I wanted to be my own boss. So that's where I started, right? So now I have both of these things. And now that I'm home and I do my online teaching on my whatever schedule I want, I can also do more of my crafting now. So I have really a lot more time and focus and energy that I can work on my craft, right? But today I wanted to come and talk to you about you. What could you do to start or get started or think about having your own business, right? So I'm going to tell you my top 3 tips that I did to get started to wanting to do this, right? Because I didn't just go ahead and quit my job. I actually had to think about the things that I was going to do before I did them. So, what I did was I researched, right? What did I want to do? How did I want to have my own business? How did I want to stay home? What were the things I had to execute in order to get those things done and accomplished? And so I did a lot of research. I took a course. I took, well, probably more than one course at that time. I took a course about how to get this all together. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to run a business? How am I supposed to, find customers or people that are interested? I had to do a lot of research. So that's the first thing I did. So whatever your interest is, whatever you would think that you would even want to do as a small business or be, in something that I'm doing like online teaching or Etsy, things like that. Um, when you're an online teacher, because I'm in my teachers group right now too, when you're an online teacher, you have your own business, right? You are an independent contractor, so you are running your own business. And so the first thing you have to do is research, right? So if you're wanting to do online teaching like I did, then I did a lot of research before I did that, right? I looked into the company, I looked into how other people did it, I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I really had to figure out my strategy and how I was going to go about doing that. So then when I eventually signed up, I went in and did even more research, right? Like I got to know the platform, I got to know exactly all of the aspects that I had to learn to become an online teacher and how was I going to execute that. So I did a lot of research first, and that's what I highly recommend is whatever it is that you want to do, you have to do research. Is this something that you want to do? Is it something that you're going to be able to do or commit the time to? So research and strategies first, like how you're going to get started, right? My next thing I did, number 2, is mindset. So you really have to get in the correct mindset in order to be able to have your own side hustle or online business or whatever it is that you want to do. Mindset is absolutely huge. And I know for me that I it did take a lot of mindset to be like, all right, this is it. I'm really going to do this. I'm really going to make sure that I follow all of the strategies that I need to follow in order to get myself to be where I wanted to be. And mindset, I think, is something that will never go away. You always have to have a good mindset or a positive mindset. And because we're human, we don't always have that, right? So you'll falter and you'll get in a place where maybe it's not so great, but then you have to know how to snap yourself out of it and quickly move on. It's okay to have feelings and emotion and feel those things, but you just can't sit there too long, right? So like if something goes really bad or something in life happens really bad, definitely like live in the moment and be there and allow yourself to have those grief feelings or sadness or whatever is going on. That's important, but it's also important to remember like you got to have positivity and you've got to move on, and things are going to keep going whether you go with them or not. And so one of the things I started implementing besides the research and getting to know, my online teaching business, I also switched mindsets and I started to listen to really positive people. And I started to listen to business motivators and people that were doing it. There were teachers online already. And I really started to listen. And so for me, multitasking is huge. So what I do literally every day still it's probably going on almost 2 years now, is when I'm doing something that I could be listening at the same time, I make sure I do that. So for an example, when I'm working out, like if I'm going on a nice long walk, I might pop on a Gary Vaynerchuk or a Tony Robbins or Mel Robbins or somebody that's a positive influence that's going to, oh, Steve Harvey, he's like my new one. Oh my God, I love him. I pop them on and I listen to them and they pump me up every morning. And I start to say what I'm grateful for every day. And I'm grateful I just woke up. Like I am grateful I woke up and I'm here and I'm talking to you and I'm sharing my information with you. Whether people are watching or not, that doesn't matter. I'm here and I'm breathing and I'm sharing information, and that's important to me. And so I listen to those positive people every morning. Sometimes when I'm taking a shower or when I'm putting on my makeup and when I'm doing things that like I could be doing something else, I do, because the multitasking can happen, right? If I'm putting on my makeup, I can't really be reading a book or even watching TV, right? I mean, you could listen to those things. So I used to listen to the TV, like I'd pop on Friends and I'd listen to Friends. But why do that when I can't even really watch it? I'd rather listen to somebody who's going to be giving me valuable information, or at least that positive mindset. So that's what I do. So I multitask in that way. Anytime I can multitask, I do. So research, mindset, learn those strategies too of like what you should be doing every day. For me, I need to go live every day. I want to share with you. I want to, come here and help you out and give you the inspiration that you need to be able to move on and move forward. So yeah, motivation, huge. Positive people. If you need a list of people, I can definitely share some. I'm hoping that maybe I'm inspiring enough for some people too, that maybe I can be your positive motivation. That would be fantastic someday if I could be the one that telling you, go ahead, you got this, you can do this. Like if I can do this, you can do this, right? How many times do you hear people say that? And the reason why people say that is because they never thought that they could do it before either. And now here they are, right? Like I never thought I would actually be able to be a work from home mom, years ago when I was in that negative mindset. I'm like, oh man, I want it so bad, but I don't know how to get it. So I'm just not going to do anything about it. I was totally there until, enough is enough, right? The pandemic happened. And for me, I was like, man, I love being home with my family. I love being home with the kids. I love being in my office. Like, yeah, it's kind of like a little bit messy and disastrous back there, but that's okay. That's me. I like it like that, right? Like, I like having all my stuff out. But so I realized, like, I want to be home. I have to make this work. I have to figure it out. I have to do this. And when you get in that mindset, is I have to, there is no other choice. That's when everything changes. Game changer. It's not, oh, I want to do this or I wish I could do that. Want and wish are never going to happen. It's, I have to. There's no other choice. I have to figure it out. That will change everything for you. That's what changed it for me. There was no more like wishing and hoping on a prayer that wasn't going to come. And so that's what I really want to instill in your head is if you want it that bad, it turns into I have to and not I want to, right? You're just like, nope, this is it. End game. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to work from home, how I'm going to be with my babies, how I'm going to have financial freedom and flexibility to be my own boss, to do my own thing. Whatever it is that you want to do, those were my things. Like I wanted to be able to teach online. I wanted to be able to craft when I want to craft. I want to be home with my babies when they get called out from school because they're sick. Like I want to be the one that goes get them, right? I don't want to have to like scramble and figure it out or have to leave work early and lose on funds and wages, right? I wanted to be the person. So I made it happen. And I have to remind myself that sometimes. Sometimes I have to sit there and be like when I'm like frustrated or like I'm not where I want to be yet, I have to go back and be like, whoa, stop. It hasn't even been a full year yet that I've been doing this fully on my own, like fully 100% my own boss. Like I've been doing small business side hustles for a while, but in June will be the official first year that I made all of my own income and I didn't get anything else from anybody else. Damn. Damn, that's so exciting. That is so freaking exciting. Everything else before this was always side hustles or extra money. Like I did tutoring and all these things. And it was always just like extra money to have or my side hustle. Like it was just fun to have. But now in June will be the first year that I've done everything on my own. I didn't have an outside employer. I didn't have to go and interview a job or whatever. Like, no, it's all me. Almost a year anniversary. That's super huge. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, like just talking about it with you, I didn't even realize the realization of how exciting that is. Um, But that's why I wanna share it with you now. Like, yeah, I'm only a year in, not almost, but I wanna be able to share that with you because my passion is so strong and it's so much there for you, and I know that other people can do it too. You just have to go for it. You just have to do it. I'll be your cheerleader. Okay, and my number 1, right? Because I don't wanna take too much of your time. My number 1 thing that you have to do, to get started is execute. Execute. You have to actually do something to move forward. So if you're in my online teaching group and you're like debating about it, you're sitting there, right? There's over 300 people in that group. And a lot of people are just like, yeah, I want to know about it and I want to be there and I want to learn and I want to do it. But they're not actually doing anything yet, which I get. I totally get. For the first 9 or 10 months, I signed up for the platform and then I didn't do anything with it either. I totally didn't. I was so interested, but I like didn't do anything. So I'm not like knocking on you. I totally get it, but you're never going to get started if you don't get started. Like my link is in there. Go in there, sign up, just give yourself an hour. How about that? Let's do a challenge, right? I challenge you to give yourself an hour, set a timer, go in, sign up. It doesn't cost money, it's not going to hurt anything. Just go in, sign up, fill out your information, and even if you stop at like doing the intro video, like stop there and then message me and say, "Hey Michelle, all right, now I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. Like, let's move on. Like, how can you help me move on?" That's what I'm here for. Like, I will take my time out and meet with you, and we will figure it out and we'll go over it. But you're never going to actually do the online teaching if you don't actually start, if you don't actually sign up, if you don't actually move forward. You have to take the next step. I can't come to your house and, put your hands on the keyboard and make you do it as much as I'd love to because I know that you'll love it once you do it. I know that you will, but I can't force you to do it. You have to want it bad enough to actually get started and do it. And a lot of people are waiting for summer, right? They're waiting. Well, when summer comes, I'll do it. I get that too. However, I really would encourage you to sign up now, get the process rolling because it takes a couple weeks to pass your background check and get all of your information in there. And then you have to make sure that everything's good. Like, but this is a regular employer, guys. I mean, you're an independent contractor, but it's a regular employer like anything else. You're not buying, or I'm not your leader. This is not an MLM company where it's like, come sign on with me because then I'll be your leader. Like, it's not like that at all. It's literally just an opportunity. And I get a one time bonus if you do sign up and you're friend forever as we teach together and we learn from each other. Like, that is it. That's how it works. It's just like any other opportunity. So it's wonderful if you do it. And it's wonderful if you don't. My friend the other day signed up. He was all excited. He used my link initially, but then had to sign out and went back in, whatever. He didn't end up getting my code in there. I was like, dude, whatever. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I still want to help you. I still want to be there for you. And I still want to cheer you on as you move through this because it's so fun. And I love having other teachers to talk about it with because it's amazing. So I mean, whatever about the link. Like my link's just in there for your convenience so you can get in there and get started. Because if that's what you want to do, if you want to be able to work from home, if you want to be an online teacher like I am, I want to help you and I want you to do these things because they're amazing. So, anyways, my point is don't wait till summer. Like once you sign up, they don't make you sign up on classes. There's no quota. There's no like, okay, you have to sign up for your first class here. Like I said, I waited like 9, 10 months before I did anything. They never messaged me. They didn't harass me. They didn't do anything. They just waited for me to be ready. And then when I went on there and I was like, all right, cool, I'm going to do this. And they are more power to you. They're like, okay, cool, we're going to help you. Like, it's not pressure. So I don't want to give you pressure, but I want to give you inspiration that if you're waiting, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Get yourself set up now, build yourself a rapport, maybe schedule one class every Saturday and go from there. I mean, obviously, I have different feelings about how you should get started. Like, there's a lot more strategy to it, but at least if you went on there, made one class, and opened it up every single Saturday at 12 o'clock, and that's it, that's all you did, at least you're on there and you're doing it, right? At least you're going there because then you'll be like, well, wait a minute, why isn't this working? Or maybe I should do this class. Or once you start researching and getting into it, I promise it'll be so much better. It will, I promise. All right. So my top 3 tips for you today. Okay. Research, 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 research. What do you want to do? And if you're online teaching, what do you want to teach? Research that. Mindset, get in that positive mindset. Yes, I can do it. Stop talking yourself down. Stop talking yourself like on this ledge that isn't there. You can do it. I'm telling you right now. I have done it. You can do it. I will walk you through it all. And number 1 is execution. You can want something so bad, you can wish for it, you can hope for it, but nothing's going to happen unless you take a step forward and actually do what you want to do. because no one's going to make you do it, right? So you have to actually want it bad enough to actually do it. So research, mindset, and execution. Awesome. Yes. All right. So I am here for you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Message me, DM me, email me, whatever it is that you want to do, how you want to reach out to me is fine. I would love to be there for you and figure out how we're going to get you going. All right. So stay in a positive mindset. When you have any time today, maybe even when you run to the bathroom, think in your head something that you're grateful for today, and that will keep you in a really good, positive mindset for the rest of the day. And it can be something as simple as, I woke up today. That's something to be grateful for because guess what? There's a bunch of people who didn't wake up today. So be grateful that you did and that you even are able to listen to this or that you're even able to walk to the bathroom, right? Like be grateful for something and start doing that every day, right? That's my next challenge for you. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming and joining me. I hope that we get to chat soon. So please reach out to me, message me about anything at all. And I'd love to chat with you. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow.